bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Grand Bahama Independence Committee is depending on Bahamians to come forward and tell the story of the Bahamas and of Bahamians who have contributed to the growth and the development of this country. In commemoration of the country's 40th anniversary of independence, the local committee plans to stage a series of Tell Us town meetings to solicit the views of residents. Co-chair Mary Culmer says they want the participation of every resident on this all-important issue.
Invite persons, residents in the various communities to East Grand Bahama, West Grand Bahama, that is West End, 8 Mile Rock area, and indeed Freeport, to attend the various Tell Us town meetings and let us know the persons in their communities whom they would like this committee to consider, to honor and recognize for the wonderful contributions within their areas that they have made throughout the years in Grand Bahama.
Well, activities in observance of the Independence Day will kick off next month with a 40th anniversary church service, following by a series of community town meetings. Co-chair Peter Adderley says these meetings will determine who should be recognized.
We don't want to dictate to the island as to who should be recognized or honored. We're going to ask the communities to tell us who their heroes are, living and dead, what contributions they've made, why they feel they should be honored and recognized during this time. And we still have a significant amount of public buildings, schools that need to be named. We have streets, and we just want full involvement from the communities. So when the dates are set in March, they will all be in March for these Tell Us town meetings. We want you to literally do that. Tell us who you think should be honored and recognized.
Well, this is Heart Month, and today the Grand Bahama Heart Association paused to give special attention to heart disease. The association staged a luncheon meeting to learn more about ailments affecting the heart and preventative measures. Today's event was in honor of a member of that association. Shakara Trott has this story.
The luncheon held at the Grand Lucayan Resort was dubbed the Great Heart Affair. Health officials joined the Grand Bahama Heart Association as they partnered with Atlantic Medical to host a reception in the name of heart health. According to local cardiologist and internist Dr. Winston Forbes, it's an educational campaign with special emphasis on diseases of the heart and methods to prevent heart ailments.
The main focus is to try to increase the awareness of heart disease on the island. As you all know, February is National Heart Month, and we've taken hiatus for the last year or two, but this is something that we want to make an annual event, and we hope by doing this we would actually heighten the awareness that the Grand Bahama Association does exist in Grand Bahama, and so that they could spread the message for people to know their risk factors, or at least get in tune with their potential risk factors, and to prevent the increase in heart disease.
A counselor with the local Heart Association, Dr. Forbes says the best way to learn more about the heart and healthy living is to interact with persons with heart ailments.
Anyone who actually has a history of heart disease or any risk factor for heart disease, whether it's hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, even chronic kidney disease, or any other type of risk factors, or have a relative or a friend who has it, we encourage them to join and get involved and contribute. I think people are used to hearing their physician tell them about heart disease, but it also sends a stronger message when you have people who are actually living with the disease, who can actually share and get information on what to do and what not to do.
Lifestyle and diet is important, but he says exercise is an effective and natural treatment and is instrumental in decreasing heart disease, among many others.
The one thing that you can do across the board that could treat high blood pressure, diabetes, a high bad cholesterol or low good cholesterol, can also treat colon cancer, lung cancer, stress, anxiety. Exercise does all of that. And so you can get a better treatment modality for the effort you put in.
Businessman Life Bierke was the recipient of a pacemaker back in 2005. The event was held in honor of him. Shakara Trott, ZNS Network News.
And finally, in Houston, at a local private learning institution using creative techniques to inspire students to read. Sabrina Brown has this story.
Grace Christian Academy was transformed into a garden of nursery rhymes and fairy tales as students used their creativity to bring storybooks to life.
And then shine down came the rain and washed the spider out. Up came the sun and dried.
Coordinator Sharon Jolly says the school has been promoting literacy through this initiative for the past several years.
We started Storybook Come Alive 6 years ago because we wanted the children to experience what they were being read about, what was being read to them in the classroom, the stories, the fables, the nursery rhymes. So we came up with the idea that they can come together and display it, and so Storybook Alive was birthed. And so now we come together every year, and every class choose a story, choose a nursery rhyme, and they display it, they act it out.
Principal Betty McCartney believes a good educational foundation centers around reading.
Reading is one of the most important subjects because I feel that children, if they're not able to read, they cannot do very much of the other stuff. And as time goes by, you realize that children are failing because of comprehension problems. And this is definitely a part of literacy. I find now that children still need their imagination. And so by doing a program like this, it keeps the imagination alive.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
That's going to do it for us here in the North, but stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight continues right after this.